For over 30 years, you could order a beer inside what was once St. George's Syrian Catholic Church. The church was converted to an Irish pub in the 1980s in what was once New York City's Little Syria neighborhood. In the 1880s, Syrian and Lebanese immigrants settled in a section of Lower Manhattan that today runs along Washington Street from Battery Park through the 9/11 Memorial to Chambers Street. Only 3 buildings remain, and preserving the first Arab American community by gaining landmark designations remains an uphill battle. Esther Regelson has lived next door to the historic buildings for decades and has been vocal about preserving the history of her neighborhood.
Oh, people are very surprised to hear about what was here before, the fact that there was, Syrians and Lebanese were settling here at one time. You know, they just have no clue. They don't have no clue what was here before. This neighborhood has been destroyed and rebuilt so many times that the clues have gotten lost to time and to history, and people just don't see it anymore. So when you tell them, they're very surprised. Well, my favorite, of course, is St. George's Melkite Church, which is 2 doors down from me, and it's just a beautiful terracotta front. Particularly since 9/11, the developers have been coming in and just seeing an opportunity. And the opportunity in their eyes has nothing to do with preservation. It's all about building taller and building flatter and less interesting, and with no interest to the history.
From her building, Esther now sees hordes of tourists walking what were once cobblestone streets.
It's just filled with tourists. I mean, you can barely walk through it, on a given day. It's just full of people who are essentially clueless about what's really here. They have one thing in mind. They're there to see the World Trade Center site. And it's funny because they'll walk down my street and start looking up at St. George's and be like, what is that? And if I'm standing nearby, I'll hand them a pamphlet, I would love to see 105, 107 Washington Street preserve, the downtown community house. Right now it's an empty shell, and it's really a shame. It's a lovely space that could be used for so many things. It would be great to have it as a community center again. It would be just amazing.
Only time will tell if the neighborhood will get its due recognition.